It's the Bubble in the Brain podcast presented by Lawn Chair HVA. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say welcome to the Bubble in the Brain podcast. This is our 4th episode, but you're only seeing this one for the first time. We're over 3 on uploading. I'm your host, Matthew White. I'm the Bubble.
I'm the Brain.
I'm special guest Casey Bowen.
So we're going to jump right into it. Talk college football. What we usually talk the most about because there's not much to talk about with high school football in Knoxville.
Go Hawks, baby.
Started off, I guess we'll talk about Tennessee football, and then finally won a game.
Hey,
who cares?
Yeah,
you can't go 10-2 if you don't lose 2 games. That's what I always say.
0-0 in the SEC, ahead of Vanderbilt, ahead of Kentucky, ahead of South Carolina.
Okay, 1-2.
The road to Atlanta is still there.
Undefeated in SEC.
You can't make it to Atlanta with a loss to Georgia State.
Yeah, you can.
Who They got an FBS in what, 2016?
SEC
They were a Division
zero.
2 school until 2016.
Last I checked, the only thing that matters is conference games.
What does my watch say?
That's
0
not
SEC
true.
losses. They'll open up SEC play this week against Florida, the Gators, number 19.
He doesn't have a watch on.
Well, we'll see this week. I think the first 2 weeks of the season, Tennessee came out extremely flat against Georgia State, got their butts handed to them. BYU, we had that game in the bag. Finally came out to play against Chattanooga. We win 45-0.
Ooh.
I will say,
Beat
bold
UTC.
coaching strategy by Pruitt to get his guys to purposely play like crap, so everybody else thinks we're terrible, and then come to the swamp week 4 and beat them.
You call it bold. I call it genius. You think who at
And
the
that's why
University
they
of
pay
Florida
the
right
big
now
bucks.
is thinking these Tennessee Volunteers who lost to Georgia State and BYU are coming into our house to beat us.
I'll tell you
one.
what, not me.
No. I don't think we're gonna win, but maybe he's been hiding our talent. Bryce Thompson, all the allegations were fake.
And that's why that man is a millionaire. He's a football genius. Bryce Thompson and Jeremy Banks are making the trip. It's unknown whether they will play or not. Both are in some trouble with the law at this point. That's all we're going to say on that.
Go Vols.
Score predictions.
You know what? Call me a homer. Again. I got
Special guest Homer, Casey.
Tennessee in an upset in the swamp. 31-24.
You heard it here first, coach, folks.
All right. Special guest Casey Bowen. I'm taking Florida by 40 in the swamp. I hate Florida. They're my least favorite team in college football, but Tennessee's just bad. They're not a good football team. They're not good at sports.
That's what we want you to think.
Yeah. These last couple of years.
Felipe Frank's out for the season. It doesn't matter. Tennessee's Jarrett Carantano would not even get an offer from Florida. He wouldn't be on the football team. They would have cut him after his freshman
he would
year.
have had an offer, yeah, but he would have gotten cut after his
He would have
freshman
gotten
year.
cut off after his freshman year. He's awful.
And you know
Gators
what?
by 50.
Props to Tennessee for giving that kid a chance. You know, it really shows the heart and soul of this university, giving a Make-A-Wish kid a chance to start behind center for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Hey, we rallied together with the guy who got bullied down in Florida. Got him a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
We got this kid a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
I say we talk about that for a minute. Do you think it's true? Do you think he actually got bullied?
See, I think a lot of times in this day and age, there's not really a fine line between bullying and teasing.
Kids are soft, Matt. Kids are soft.
What I think happened is maybe somebody was like, "Oh, Tennessee sucks," because they're a Florida fan, they're a Florida State fan, something. I mean,
He has
they
to be the
live
only
in Florida.
He has to be
He's
the only
gotta be
Florida.
they're like,
Tennessee
"Oh,
fan.
Tennessee sucks. They lost to Georgia State." He comes home, cries to his mom about somebody bullying him. His mom puts it on Facebook with the intent to get famous. Then what? Tennessee just
It
sends
was
him
actually
a
his
scholarship
teacher.
and money.
It was his teacher who put it on Facebook.
You know what they say? Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right? He played the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Hey, I bought a shirt. I supported him.
I didn't.
How many shirts have been sold? Like,
Over 50,000.
The whole game
That's
day crew had
ridiculous.
the
That's
shirts
ridiculous.
last week.
The whole band had.
Even though, all the profits do go towards Stomp Out Bullying.
which is
I think
good.
that's a charity
Good,
name.
I guess. Stomp out teasing.
you
Yep.
can't say that.
If we end up being wrong, then
So it's-
sorry to that guy. Have a fun time at UT. But I will say about Garantano, he did not, like, people are saying, oh, you can't say anything about Garantano now. His touchdown, first of all, he almost started the game off with an interception.
That was a terrible
That was
throw.
his only incompletion.
His only incompletion, he went 7-7 after that. His first touchdown to Juwan Jennings, like, my grandma could have gone out there and thrown that touchdown pass. He was wide open. There was no one within 25 yards of him.
That's got one athletic grandma, let me tell you.
You've never seen Doris run around a football field. The one to Jennings, no, the one to Callaway. The defender fell down. He underthrows him. He's wide open.
Props to Garantano for making that defender fall down. You know, that's chess, not checkers.
If he doesn't fall down, I still think Callaway makes the catch because he's that good and he will save Garantano's butt multiple times a season. But it still gives the defender a chance against the Florida program this week. You can't make that throw. The pass to, what's his name?
Who cares? Okay.
He's not going to play this week. So, people are saying, yeah, Garantano threw it as soon as he set, and yeah, like it was late. But against the SEC defense, you can't make the throw if it's going to be late. It's just going to end in a pick, or you're going to get your wide receiver knocked out of the game. I'm not a believer in Garantano right now, but from what I saw, we don't have anything behind him.
Definitely don't.
Mauer looked like the next Johnny Football. Still only a freshman.
Except Johnny Football won the Heisman as a freshman. So
yeah, but
maybe
was
not.
Johnny Heisman the backup behind a stud like Garantano? No.
Johnny Heisman doesn't exist.
Johnny Football. I'm calling him Johnny Heisman.
He
won the Heisman.
You and you alone.
Brian Football. That's what I'm going to start calling him. Brian Football.
Who?
JT Football.
Quarterback Brian Mauer.
Yeah. Okay.
Next year will be Harrison Football. Harrison Heisman.
You know what I think? I think Harrison Bailey's not good. I don't think he's a good football player. Okay.
Wow, that's a hot take. And Matt's bringing out the newspaper.
Oh, look, there's a story on You're Dumb. Harrison Bailey will be the savior of our program. He will be the next Peyton Manning. He will win the Heisman 3 times. Lead the nation in passing. His freshman year, his junior year, and his senior year.
No,
sophomore year.
He's having a down
Sophomore
year.
slump.
Sophomore
We don't
year,
think
Eric
so.
Gray is
If,
gonna.
if
Eric
he
Gray's
wins the
gonna win
Heisman 3 years, why is he staying until his senior year?
because he loves the program that much.
He's just a fan.
Because he is all.
Time for the Pick'em. We'll bring on Pick'em boy Jake. He's no longer special guest Casey Bowen. He's Pick'em boy Casey. So how this works, we pick 3 to 4 games each week, and each of us picks an underdog game. That underdog game is any game where there's an underdog who's a 25-point underdog or more. The regular games are worth 1 point. Underdog games are worth 2. Last week, Pick'em boy Jake took the crown. Most points. Him and Josh, the brain, are tied now at 10 points. Casey is behind at 3 points.
3 points.
I think I have 5 points. Not a good week for me last week. I struck gold on my first underdog pick of the season. Have not done good since. This week's games. First game, Tennessee at Florida. Florida 14-point favorite. Go, Casey.
I still think Tennessee covers. You know what? Tennessee wins outright. Balls by 50.
Yeah! Woo!
I think Tennessee covers the spread in this game.
Good pick. Tennessee this year is undefeated in games at noon. Games on the road. Games against teams that start with F. Games that Daniel Batuli plays.
SEC games.
SEC games. Tennessee wins. At least covers.
Gators by 40.
Michigan, Wisconsin. Wisconsin, a 3.5-point favorite. Michigan's ranked 11. Wisconsin 13. It is at Wisconsin.
You know what? I've been on Michigan all year.
Oh,
And,
this is their year.
I've been on Michigan all year. They kind of let me down.
Casey has said some questionable things this year that
So-
you guys haven't seen. So, he's lucky.
Wisconsin favored by 3.5. I'm taking Michigan. Go blue. They're going to the playoff. Harbaugh's getting in there. He's keeping his job. Shea Patterson, one of the best QBs in the country. He's going to
That's
prove
just-
it this
that's
week.
not true.
Michigan by 30.
Wisconsin's going to win this game by a favorable amount.
Wisconsin.
Bad pick.
Wisconsin.
Another bad pick.
Auburn, Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a 3.5-point favorite game at Kyle Field. Jake, you start us with this one.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Auburn on this one. I think Auburn's a pretty good team. They got a
Jake, you're
good
here.
run game.
You're here to do picks, not talk. All right, Casey.
See, this is a tough one. I think the A&M wins outright.
Jake, we still need you.
I think A&M. Jake has left the studio, and he's back. I think A&M is gonna win this game, and you know what? I think they cover too.
Auburn covers. Navy wins. I'm not gonna.
I hate Bo Nix. He's awful.
What did Bo Nix do to you?
I love Texas A&M. I miss you, Jimbo. A&M covers. A&M wins. A&M.
Gig 'em.
Gig 'em.
Administration. Last game, Notre Dame at Georgia.
Game of the week. This is where game day is. Top 10 matchup. Is this the
Look at
first?
this line: 14.5 in favor of Georgia.
Is this-
This is tough.
Last week I said Notre Dame was not very good. I still don't think they're that good. I think they cover, but Georgia wins.
I'm taking Georgia. Personally, I think Georgia's the best team in college football. I think they're better than Clemson.
That's a
I
bold
don't
statement.
really like Clemson. I don't think they're that good.
You watched the UTC game?
Yeah, Josh.
45-0.
Don't disrespect the Vols like that, man. Speaking of the SEC, I'm just gonna point this out real quick. SEC, best conference in America, not even close. 3 teams in the top 4. Are you kidding me? 4 teams in the top 10. No, 5 teams in the top 10. That's just ridiculous. Nobody can compete. I know Josh is a big ACC guy, but they suck. They stink. They're terrible.
I don't think the ACC is that good. I just don't understand why you like the SEC so much if they beat your favorite team every single time.
Well,
they
because
play
I'm a
them.
Tennessee fan and that's all I got. If Tennessee's not winning,
gives
at least the
us- hey,
SEC's doing good.
If we were in the Sun Belt and we're losing these games, I have nothing. But if I can say we're losing to the best conference in the,
You're still losing.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
still losing. I'm with Casey. We got to gain some ground on him. Georgia wins.
And then Jake.
No. Notre Dame.
Wow,
Notre Dame
Notre Dame
wins.
wins.
But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter if they win or not, as long as they cover.
And then Jake decided to throw a temper tantrum, so
Jake,
he's forfeiting
I got a
his
text
pick.
from Jake. He is picking Georgia to win
Jake,
Well, that doesn't.
and cover.
Jake,
cover.
Jake's
Georgia
underdog is
winning
Southern
cover.
Miss against Alabama.
Oh, wait, none are underdogs yet.
What's their? What's
38.5.
38.5. All right.
Okay.
What's them actually cover?
My underdog. I'm gonna take Central Michigan against Miami.
My underdog taking Old Dominion to cover against Virginia.
Okay.
My underdog, Hampton versus Liberty. Hampton is a 26.5-point favorite. I think that's all for us today. Tennessee by 90, Titans by 90, Hawks by 90. Go Hawks soccer. Hawks soccer by 90.
Hawks volleyball by
990.
by 25. I
20,
guess.
yeah.
Whatever they play to. I don't know.
We'll say 75 because
I
no,
love volleyball.
65.
Big volleyball guy.
I'm a big volleyball fan.
Who
Go
else?
Hawks.
Baseball team, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't seen the first 3 episodes. You're seeing the 4th. We have a little saying
Hopefully.
here at the Bubble in the Brain podcast. In Smitty
Smitty
we
we
trust. Boom, boom, boom. Do.
I always think it's Viva La Smitty, so I almost say that every time.
That was a good episode.